Hey, what it do? What it do? Hey. Ooh, I almost didn't make it. What's that old song? Millions didn't make it, but I was one of the ones who did. Ooh, baby, what? Baby, they was trying to get me to listen to a scratch fest. Ooh, ooh. When I tell you they was going ham, they was going ham. But I had to come in and chime in with my folks. Get caught up with Candace. And before we get caught up with Candace, to see what she has been up to, oh man, she sent me a voicemail. Yeah. I just want, hey, Cynthia, Samantha, Naturally Narlins, Miss Tom, Willie. Hey, y'all. So, listen. I had been meaning to show y'all something that I saw the other day about the pig. Now, I have to put my thumb up, okay? Yeah, y'all come on in, putting the thumbs up. Put the thumb up, get the likes up. But I had something, and I don't know what she's going to say about what she has a recording of. Hello, everybody. I hope all is well. But I had a... I'll let her talk before I tap into what I saw, and it was just kind of troubling to me. She is here today. Charlie Kirk's alleged shooter had a little court hearing allowing him to wear regular clothes. They're not going to allow him to be hands-free. You know, all that little preliminary stuff for his trial. But y'all see that? It's just to me, Charlie was betrayed by so many people. Y'all see that? Let me take this off this thing. Do y'all see that? Isn't that guy who was giving signals behind Charlie? Him. That was supposed to be security. That we didn't see none of them pull out no weapon to secure the scene or nothing, right? Ain't that him? But ain't that supposed to be the guy that is supposed to be on the roof? Huh? Isn't that him talking to him? Huh? The guy who was giving the hand signals that I spotted first. Like, wait a minute, what is he doing? Why he? Huh? Ain't that guy with that veterans t-shirt on? Walking up them steps that we know is not Charlie. Do y'all see? They was together. Okay. Yeah, I parked this for a few days. I was meaning to come back and talk about it, but so much be happening. So, was he trying, huh? That same guy. So how is Tyler in? So it's a whole conspiracy, right? But I'm not gonna hold it. We're gonna pause this. I just needed for y'all to see this. Okay? See this. That's the guy. He was also the same crisis actor, same guy, there for Trump when his ear tip blew off but grew back. I mean, I don't know how gristles grow back, but yeah, he was the same guy that was there on Trump when they shot, the assassination type attempt thing. Yeah. But let's get back to Candace. We miss her. Look. Yeah. Yeah. Like he was giving him some type of instructions. So that would make sense to why he was giving clues and keys to pulling on the arm and tagging on the ear and digging in his nose and all that type shit. Right? Because is that the gun? I don't want to show it, huh? Hey, Brian, am I tripping? Tea-sippers? I be trying to tell y'all I be having tea, but I don't want to give it to y'all because y'all don't be wanting to hit the like button. But since Candace came back and she was talking about a video, we gonna check it out. Boo-boo, but I be sitting on tea. I be sipping my butt off. Woo-wee, my tea be good. Let's go, Candace. Let's see. Woo. That ain't what I had, but let's go. Let me get back to her. Isn't that interesting? Very, very. I got her looking like, now say what? AunTeaFee, now what was that? Yeah. Rest in peace, Charlie. I mean, all money ain't good money. All money ain't good money. But shout out to Candace. She back. Let's hear what she talking about, y'all. Let's go.
I am back. I know you guys missed me because I definitely missed you more. And I feel so much better after getting out to the mountains. I've now, I think, officially accepted that Charlie Kirk is not coming back. And somehow it took me longer to get there. It took me longer to accept that fact than it did many others. Some people accepted it within just a matter of days. His quote-unquote closest friends, his closest political allies, the White House, they all seemed kind of ready to move on so much faster than I was. And now it's looking like some people even may have accepted Charlie's death within minutes. There is a video that is currently circulating of his chief of staff, Mikey McCoy. It's going viral for a lot of reasons. We're going to go through that video and buckle up because I have an even more exclusive, never before seen video.
Okay.
So much faster than I was. And now it's looking like some people, it took me longer to get there. It took me longer to accept that fact than it did many others. Some people accepted it within just a matter of days. His quote-unquote closest friends, his closest political allies, the White House, they all seemed kind of ready to move on so much faster than I was. And now it's looking like some people even may have accepted Charlie's death within minutes. There is a video that is currently circulating of his chief of staff, Mikey McCoy.
Wow.
It's going viral for a lot of reasons. We're going to go through that video and buckle up because I have an even more exclusive, never before seen video that I think is going to make your skin crawl. Plus, I have even
I need for her to
never
see that
before seen text messages
picture
from Charlie Kirk. Incredibly, Charlie Kirk did in fact know that turning point was going to be the death of him, and I have proof of that. He also knew that I was the only person who was going to step up to defend him after he was gone.
Oh,
It
wow.
sounds crazy, but it's the truth. So let's get started, and welcome back to Candace.
Hi, oh my God. Shout out to
So here is
Candace.
where I was. I went to Wyoming to breathe, to hike, to listen to way too much Kanye West music. I absolutely love the mountains. I am a mountain person, so to speak. Wyoming is, in fact, my favorite state in the Union. And it felt fitting also because the first time I ever visited Wyoming, I was with Charlie Kirk. I then visited Wyoming many times thereafter over the years. And he was the last time I went to Wyoming, I was with Charlie Kirk. He was the last person I visited with, and it was for, ironically, Foster Fries's funeral, who was a big-time donor to Turning Point USA, still is, I believe. Charlie, I was thinking out there, remembering, paid for my flight to Wyoming. I had to get there very quickly because I was doing Joe Rogan's podcast. It was huge. I didn't even know what the Joe Rogan podcast was at that moment. That's how I was so not politically inclined at all. And he's like, this is the biggest podcast. You got to do this. I completely bombed it, by the way. I was so nervous. I think I said like about 3,000 times. But then I had to very quickly get over to Wyoming because Kanye had invited me to his album release party. And again, ironically, where he held that album release party would be where years later, Foster Fries would have his funeral. And so Wyoming felt fitting. I fished while I was out there, and so I want you guys to know another fun fact about Charlie Kirk. He hated fishing. He absolutely loved the mountains. He loved hiking. He was quite the athlete, but he hated fishing. It just was not his thing. In the same way that golf is just not my thing. Fishing was not his. And this photo that I'm about to show you makes me laugh because we were in British Columbia fishing, and here's a photo of me and Charlie. And I was so excited about this catch. Charlie's eyes are closed here, and as soon as, I think it was Don Jr., it might have been Corey Lewandowski, hit flash, took the picture, Charlie just went, ugh, I don't know why you guys like this, because he was too hyperactive. He always wanted to be planning and doing a million things at once, and fishing takes time. You gotta set the bait. It's now been 47 days since my friend Charlie Kirk was executed in front of the world, because that's what it was, a public execution. And call me crazy. Many people do. But I was so clearly deluded in the immediate aftermath of his death that I was operating under this function. I mean, I truly believed that I would be fighting for answers to what actually happened on 9/10 alongside Charlie's inner circle. I thought the band maybe was going to get back together. We were all going to maybe be on a group chat. Me, Tyler Boyer, Andrew Colvett, Stacey Sheridan even. You're wondering who Stacey Sheridan is, by the way. She's the one who's holding the camera when Charlie's casket is being escorted off of Air Force Two. She's like the chief money person, essentially, at Turning Point USA. She was brought in to reel in the big donors. I remember exactly when that happened. All of those people, by the way, were actually brought in by Tyler Boyer. He's a very important character in the story, but we're going to get into all of that tomorrow. The point that I'm making here is that I had assumed, clearly wrongly, that we'd all maybe be on a group chat communicating, raising hell and demanding answers from the feds, from the police, from the White House even. Certainly, at the very least, pointing out the very many holes in this story. And if any
And
of
there's
us,
plenty
any one of
holes.
us had the audacity or the desire to carry on Charlie Kirk's show, that would be the appropriate venue for asking those sorts of questions. But no, I was wrong. Silence. Silence is what we were met with. In fact, I am told that these people believe the official narrative. Lone shooter. No one else involved. Just a crazy guy with too many pronouns in his bio. In 1963 called and they want their narrative back. All that's missing from the story is a grassy knoll, right? Just need a grassy knoll. Anyways, back at headquarters, I am told it's business as usual, and it's kind of giving me like, I don't know, LBJ when he gets sworn in that famous picture. Unfortunately, sworn in. Unfortunately, of course, he's sad in this photo. Gosh, he's obviously not wanting to be the President of the United States. JFK was shot and killed, and now LBJ has to step up, unfortunately. But I gotta be honest, I wasn't there. I don't think LBJ was actually that upset. Vibes.
No.
The vibes just aren't vibing for me in that picture, but maybe he was. Maybe the truth is that LBJ simply, to use an expression, had his wits about him. And JFK had a plan. Like in the event that he had been horrifically assassinated in front of the world, JFK maybe had a succession plan. Now, if these terms I'm using here sound familiar to you, it's because they should sound familiar. It's the exact terminology that was utilized by Pastor Rob McCoy just 4 days after Charlie was murdered. In front of his congregation, he spoke about Charlie's succession plan that he was somehow privy to. I don't know why, but he knew 4 days later and announced to the world that Charlie indeed had a plan. Take a listen.
Oh, wow.
Everyone's worried about the leadership of TPUSA. Don't. He was wise enough at 31 to put together a plan for succession. It's very clear what they decided, and they're implementing it now.
That what they decided.
Amazing. So on September 14th, we were made aware of this succession plan, and I find that to be fascinating. The people who didn't even know Charlie all around the world seem to be fighting harder for him, fighting harder for truth, and it is in fact thanks to people on the internet like Sam Parker, James Lee, Ian Carroll, Zeb Boykin, many others. Had a video from September 10th has gone pretty viral. Okay, so let's take a look at this. It's a video
like I
of,
used to think
of
when
course,
I
Pastor
was 7
Rob
or 8.
McCoy's son. His name is Mike McCoy, and you're going to see what he does, not in the seconds following Charlie getting shot, but in less than 1 second after Charlie gets shot. These are not seconds, less than 1 second. You're going to watch what Michael McCoy does. First, let's hear his daddy's version of the events. Take it away, Pastor McCoy.
As a father, I want to protect my son. And I thought, I got a plan for you, son. He said, Dad, that's not Charlie's plan. And you know what? I'm looking at my son who's 24 years old. Justin's the CFO, Chief Financial Officer, and Mikey's the Chief of Staff. And I'm watching, the minute Charlie was shot, he called me, says, Dad, Charlie's been shot in the neck. Please call every pastor and pray.
He didn't call 911?
He has wits about him. He was just directing.
He called his daddy first and said what? But he didn't call 911? Okay.
And I'm watching, the minute Charlie was shot, he called me, says, Dad, Charlie's been shot in the neck. Please call every pastor and pray. I said, okay, son. He has wits about him. He was just directing. He had blood all over him. And
That's a lie.
Two things I want you to remember here. You may have caught that, but he said, I was watching. And the minute Charlie got shot, he called, and Mikey McCoy says to his dad, Charlie's been shot, pray for him. He says the minute, maybe he's being a little hyperbolic. We're going to find out. I'd certainly like to find out. But he stops himself because I was watching. Watching what exactly? What were you watching? I remember that. It's rubbing me the wrong way. And I'm going to tell you why that's rubbing me the wrong way in a little bit. But the bigger thing is that he says Mikey had blood all over him. Except Mikey did not have blood anywhere near him because Mikey was behind the tent when Charlie got shot. And Mikey, in less than a second, does something that I find to be quite strange.
Okay, let's be clear. Nobody really had blood all over them. Let's be clear.
Two things I want you to remember.
That did not happen.
You may have caught that, but he said, I was watching. And the minute Charlie got shot, he called, and Mikey McCoy says to his dad, Charlie's been shot, pray for him. He says the minute, maybe he's being a little hyperbolic. We're going to find out. I'd certainly like to find out. But he stops himself because I was watching. Watching what exactly? What were you watching? I remember that. It's rubbing me the wrong way. And I'm going to tell you why that's rubbing me the wrong way in a little bit. But the bigger thing is that he says Mikey had blood all over him.
Yeah, that's
a lie. Mikey did not have blood anywhere near him because Mikey was behind the tent when Charlie got shot.
I just want to be really, really clear. Hey, So Real TV, Even Charlie didn't have blood all over him. Now we saw something shoot out. True enough, we did. But blood all over him in a whole crispy white shirt? No. No. So for somebody to be saying, oh, blood all over. Did y'all see blood on the white shirt? I mean, we saw a chain fly off and break. We saw the white t-shirt blow up, kind of like balloon, like the wind went up under it. But blood? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. We not gonna even lie like that. Now, if they come back and show us no, that's a lie. Y'all please double tap your screen like that. Double tap the face of your phone if you're on your phone. I hit the thumbs up. Let's go. Now, if y'all saw blood all over it, can somebody put in the comment section, I saw blood all over Charlie.
And Mikey, in less than a second, does something that I find to be quite strange. He puts his phone to his ear and he begins a conversation. So we're going to watch that clip in its entirety.
Hold on.
Mark is going to.
Hold on.
That's rubbing me the wrong way in a little bit. But the bigger thing is that he says Mikey had blood all over him. Except Mikey did not have blood anywhere near him because Mikey was behind the tent when Charlie got shot. And Mikey, in less than a second, does something that I find to be quite strange. He puts his phone to his ear and he begins a conversation. So we're going to watch that clip in its entirety. Mark is going to bring it in.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Hold on.
And Mikey, in less than a second, does something that I find to be quite strange. He puts his phone to his ear and he begins a conversation. So we're going to watch that clip in its entirety. Mark is going to bring it in.
He's not even running.
So we decided to slow this clip down, and
did y'all see that? Do I need to play that again? Did y'all see that? Okay, hold on.
So we're going to watch that clip in its entirety. Mark is going to bring it in. So we decided to slow this clip down.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to watch this clip slow down so you can see that it is exactly 834 milliseconds from the time that you hear the shot. That is how long it takes for Mikey McCoy to put the phone to his ear. Now, why is that precise timing so important? Because there's no dialing. Mikey didn't have time to dial, okay? You can't dial and put your phone to an ear in 0.834 seconds. The next time that you're going to see Mikey McCoy, as we just showed you, is in just under 2.5 seconds on the other side of the tent.
Okay, so hold up. So he was on the phone. He said he got shot. Then he dialed his dad. Okay.
834 seconds. The next time that you're going to see Mikey McCoy, as we just showed you, because there's no.
Okay, so from the.
So we decided to slow this clip down, and we're going to watch this clip slow down so you can see that it is exactly.
He on the phone, y'all.
800.
Now this is supposed to be his friend. His dad is doing the eulogy. So this is him turning to walk away. Hold on. Ain't nobody running. I mean, the run ain't fast enough for me. It's just not fast enough.
So we're going to watch that clip in its entirety. Mark is going to bring it in.
Okay. So this is him. Okay. Oh, he puts the phone up to his ear. Oh, ow,
So we decided to slow this
ooh.
clip down, and we're gonna.
Yeah, I'm in my mind. I'm saying, does he have a phone that that shoots or something? It was in his hand. Okay. This is gonna be my last time. He not even running. He walking away like somebody who. He walking away like he a
So we're
shooter.
gonna watch that clip in its entirety. Mark is going to bring it in.
Okay. So this is a guy. That's not him. It's this guy right here. So this guy is already in the phone. But this one is who we got to keep our eye on. And once it's shot, it looked like he raises the phone up immediately. Yeah,
So we decided to slow
no.
this clip down, and we're gonna.
Okay. So the phone was not to his ear. Shot went off, then he raised it up and put it to his ear. So she is absolutely right. He could not have dialed. But could the phone have a device in it? Because there was only one entry. Okay. On that side. Okay.
Gonna watch this clip slow down so you can see that it is exactly 834 milliseconds from the time that you hear the shot. That is how long it takes for
Something
Mikey
funny about
McCoy
this.
to put the phone to his ear. Now, why is that precise timing so important? Because there's no dialing. Mikey didn't have time to dial. Okay, you can't dial and put your phone to an ear in 0.834 seconds. The next
He
time
did
that you're
go
going to see
check on
Mikey,
him.
Mikey McCoy, as we just showed
He
you,
ain't check on him or
is in
nothing.
just under 2.5
He ain't
seconds
running.
on the other side
Okay, so
of the
okay.
tent. He's on a phone call,
Hold
so we can
on.
track.
If you my friend, let's say you are afraid. He's not afraid because he's moving too slow. But please tell me that you care about me enough that you are going to see about me. Right? You're going to see about me. You're not going to raise your phone up and immediately call your dad. You ain't going to dial 911? You're not going to check on me? This is some of the craziest crap I done ever seen in my life. And it is so hard for me to get past this, y'all. But I'm going to get
Entirety.
past it this
Mark is
time.
going to bring it in. So we decided to slow this clip down, and
He
we're gonna
walked
watch
away
this
like
clip
he was the
slow
shooter.
down so you can see that it is exactly 834 milliseconds from the time that you hear the shot. That is how long it takes for Mikey McCoy to put the phone to his ear. Now, why is that precise timing so important?
Can't last too much
Because there's no
longer.
dialing.
There was
Mikey didn't have
too
time to dial.
much going on.
Okay, you can't dial.
Yeah, it was an
Put your phone
inside
to an ear in
job.
0.834 seconds. The next time that you're going to see Mikey McCoy, as we just showed you, is in just under 2.5 seconds on the other side of the tent. He's on a phone call. So we can track Mikey, but let's watch the clip again in milliseconds so you really grasp how quickly this transpires. So when this clip was brought go. We're tracking that. Yeah, when the clip was brought to my attention, I obviously have a file, I have a big folder of files of every angle, and I decided to track Mikey from every angle available to see, like, maybe we just missed it, and he did at some point put that phone down, dial a number, speed dial, hold down one, I don't know. Maybe we missed it. Because that seems automatic, right? 0.834, that seems pretty quick. And no, he doesn't do that. We even have him in front of Charlie's car. When Charlie is brought to the car, the waiting car rather, he is still on the phone, and I can show you the clip of that. Take a look at this. Don't worry, we'll slow it down for you. See him in the background with the backpack? Mikey McCoy. Okay. So what are we to make of that? The only logical conclusion that I can come up with, and many others, because I said play devil's advocate. I want
Seems
to
real close to me
advocate
too.
for Mikey
Bestie
McCoy.
for
I want you to play
bestie.
lawyer, and you are
Yeah.
representing your client, Mikey McCoy. What was he do? How did he do it this quickly? No one could win this game. The only logical conclusion we come up with was that Mikey was already on a phone call.
Already on the phone. No. Was it on speaker?
At 12:23 p.m. By 12:23 p.m. He was already on a phone call. So I said, let's go back a little earlier in the footage and see if we can find when he actually maybe dials onto the phone. Maybe we can see him pick up the phone and begin a call before the shot takes off. But then after beginning that call, if we're following this logic, that would mean he puts his phone down until Charlie gets shot. And we were able to find what we think could be that moment. And I can tell you that it is 1 minute and 45 seconds approximately before that shot goes off, and we can watch that here. See Mikey's on his phone here, and you're going to see he pulls it up, and he starts to cover his ear again. Now, that could be unrelated. Again, we're taking a guess here. That's what made the most sense to us because we couldn't justify it in any other way. And I want to be clear, we're not here to make assumptions.
But we seen him raise it
We're
up.
taking a guess here. That's what made the most where that shot goes off, and we can watch that here.
Okay. Okay. So right here, he dialing something. Where's Charlie? Okay.
Mikey's on his phone here, and you're going to see he pulls it up, and he starts to cover his ear again. Now, that could be unrelated. Again,
That wasn't it though.
we're taking a guess.
That wasn't it. That's not the same. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna have to back this up. That's not the same as what we saw right here. Yeah. He raised it up when that shot went off. It wasn't already in his hand. Am I tripping? I know I see his hand go up. I don't know why these Turning Point people be trying to play with me. His hand went up. It wasn't already up. Like he was already on the phone. Nope. The shot went off and his hand went up. But carry on.
So when this clip was brought, here we go. We're tracking that. Yeah, when the clip was
he way
brought
too
to
calm
my
for me.
attention, I obviously have a file. I have a big folder of files of every angle, and I decided to track Mikey from every angle available to see, like, maybe we just missed it, and he did at some point put that phone down, dial a number,
Job got
speed
done.
dial, hold down one, I
He was
don't
there to
know.
make sure.
Maybe we missed it. Because that seems automatic, right? 0.834, that seems pretty quick. And no, No, he doesn't do that. We even have him in front of Charlie's car when when Charlie is brought to the car, the waiting car rather. He is still on the phone, and I can show you the clip of that. Take a look at this. Don't worry, we'll slow it down for you.
Oh, yeah, hold on.
See him in the background.
Yeah. I can't, hold on.
No, he doesn't do that. We even have him in front of Charlie's car when when Charlie is brought to the car, the waiting car rather. He is still on the phone, and I can show you the clip of that. Take a look at this. Don't worry, we'll slow it
Okay, so that's Charlie.
down for you.
Ooh, I don't see no backpack. And she said a backpack. So is it this guy up here? Gotta be.
See him.
Yeah. He's still on the phone. He's still on the phone. And y'all notice we don't see nobody pull out anything until here. The whole time to stop somebody from trying to run to the car. I'm just not buying it.
In the background with the backpack. Car when when Charlie is brought to the car, the waiting car rather. He is still on the phone, and I can show you the clip of that. Take a look at this. Don't worry, we'll slow it down for you. See him in the
He
background
ain't
with the
stopped to
backpack.
render aid to his
Mccoy.
friend or
Okay.
nothing.
So what are we to make of that? The only logical conclusion that I can come up with, and many others, because I pressed, I said play devil's advocate. I want you to advocate for Mikey McCoy. I want you to play lawyer, and you are representing your client, Mikey McCoy. What was he do? How did he do it this quickly? No one could win this game. The only logical conclusion we come up with was that Mikey was already on a phone call at 12:23 p.m. By 12:23 p.m., he was already on a phone call. So I said, let's go back a little earlier in the footage and see if we can find when he actually maybe dials onto the phone. Maybe we can see him pick up the phone and begin a call before the shot takes off. And then after beginning that call, if we're following this logic, that would mean he puts his phone down until Charlie gets shot. And we were able to find what we think could be that moment, and I can tell you that it is 1 minute and 45 seconds.
Are y'all buying this? He's in the setup. Absolutely. He was betrayed. This is the ultimate but mega making America great again betrayal of 2025. This is a making America great again rendition of JFK. And they're saying it was CIA intelligence. Somebody, the driver or whoever was sitting in front of him, right behind. That's what I'm getting from this. Can y'all do me a favor while we pause for a minute and just double tap the face of your phone if you're on your phone? If not on your computer or your tablet, hit the three dots at the top. It's three dots at the top right up there. Hit those three dots and hit the thumbs up for me. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay? Take this down so we can see what's coming next. Let's go, y'all. Please hit the like button so I won't have to stop, okay?
Approximately before that shot goes off, and we can watch that here. You see Mikey's on his phone here, and you're going to see he pulls it up, and he starts to cover his ear again. Now,
because he knew he was going to hear a shot.
Again, we're taking a guess here. That's what made the most sense to us because we couldn't justify it in any other way. And I want to be clear, we're not here to make assumptions, okay? And we wouldn't have to make any assumptions if Turning Point USA could just tell the truth. They could just be open and they could be honest about everything. Okay, I obviously went out to both Mikey McCoy and Andrew Colvett for a statement, asked those two questions. Hey, who were you on the phone with? What's going on here? No response. Weird. Because if that was me and I saw clips going viral and people were drawing conclusions from that clip, thinking that I was already on the phone, thinking that my reaction was weird, I would instantly hit back. I'd say, here's my call log. You wanna know who I was on the phone with? 911, obviously. I was freaking out. I called 911. I didn't know what I was doing. Here's my phone. Here's my whole call log for that day. But this is, I don't know. I guess we live in a world where that doesn't make sense. I would have issued a statement to dispel any rumors, but they have not. Here's what I want to say, and I honestly, I understand I'm preaching to the choir here. Everything about this is wrong.
Right.
You know it, and I know it. I actually know it better than most because I helped build that organization, and that's why I am almost the perfect person to discern what is normal and what is abnormal in terms of what happened at that college campus event. In fact, when I did my tribute to Charlie, this is unbelievable. Remember, just after he died, I posted a video to my friend Charlie Kirk, and I shared a clip of him at a college event, and he and I were laughing, and I'm going to show you that clip in a second, and I said, I don't even
The
know
dude
which
was
college
too
this is.
calm.
And I showed the clip because I didn't know what college it was. And
He was
unbelievably,
running. He was moving like
UVU.
he was
I kid you
trying
not. Let's
to
rewatch that clip.
be. Oh,
If you aren't wealthy, white, and male, Charlie Kirk is not your friend. What do you think?
Are you not my friend anymore?
Are we not friends?
Is
Is that right?
Find out? Is how I'm
That's
gonna find
nice.
out? A sign outside of a thing in an event that we just did that
Yeah.
you're not my friend?
Go figure.
It's unbelievable that of all the clips we picked.
Are we not friends? Is
How I'm
that
gonna
right?
find out? Is how I'm
That's
gonna find
nice.
out? A sign outside of a thing in an event that we just did that
Yeah.
you're not my friend?
Go figure.
It's unbelievable that of all the clips we picked that, and I had no idea it was UVU. The point is that I hit college campuses with Charlie Kirk for 6 years. I don't believe that there is a single living, breathing person who has spoken at more college campuses alongside Charlie Kirk than me. So I knew.
Barney,
things were
what
weird.
people are you
I
talking
saw
about?
the first and foremost,
These
the camera
people.
guy,
What
the one
people?
who takes down the camera. Seeing him lingering alongside Charlie at the event flagged me as weird immediately. Okay? That's why I reached out when people saw him taking down the camera. I said, what is this? Why are you here? Literally, why are you standing next to Charlie? I've never, at any college event ever in 6 years, had that man standing next to me at Charlie Kirk than me. At Charlie Kirk than me. It's unbelievable that of all the clips we picked that, and I had no idea it was UVU. The point is that I hit college campuses with Charlie Kirk for 6 years. I don't believe that there is a single living, breathing person who has spoken at more college campuses alongside Charlie Kirk than me. So, I'll show you that clip in a second, and I said, I don't even know which college this is. And I showed the clip because I didn't know what college it was. And unbelievably, it was UVU. I would have issued a statement to dispel any rumors, but they have not. Here's what I want to say, and I honestly, I understand I'm preaching to the choir here. Everything about this is wrong.
Very much so.
You know it, and I know it. I actually know it better than most because I helped build that organization, and that's why I
She
am
was there
almost
from the
the
beginning.
perfect person to discern what is normal and what is abnormal in terms of what happened at that college campus event. In fact, when I did my tribute to Charlie, this is unbelievable. Remember, just after he died, I posted a video to my friend Charlie Kirk, and I shared a clip of him at a college event, and he and I were laughing, and I'm going to show you that clip in a second, and I said, I don't even know which college this is, and I showed the clip because I didn't know what college it was, and unbelievably, it was UVU. I kid you not. Let's rewatch that clip.
If you aren't wealthy, white, and male, Charlie Kirk is not your friend. What do you think?
Are you not my friend anymore?
Are we not friends? Is
How
that
I'm gonna
right?
find out? How I'm
That's
gonna find
nice.
out? A sign outside of a thing in an event that we just did that
Yeah.
you're not my friend?
Go figure.
It's unbelievable that of all the clips we picked that, and I had no idea it was UVU. The point is that I hit college campuses with Charlie Kirk for 6 years. I don't believe.
So for the folk who be always want to say she's so invested because they had something going on, that's bull crap. They were friends. They went on this journey as friends. Uh, they believed they were in a cult together as friends. It appears to me, this is just my opinion, that she came to term. I don't know which one got married first, but at that point they were not married, and it appears that she got out of the cult before he did. They may have, some distance between them. They were coming back together. He was beginning to see some things, and he didn't get out fast enough, and they took him out. Oh, I do too. Oh yes, Brian. The oh my God, I really did love you. That and Mama May I that seance type talking, none of that. She went from evil to calm to I forgive you. All of that's acting to me. And then to find out she was traumatized before she was Kirkmatized. As a beauty queen pageant. Yeah, no.
That there was a single living, breathing person who has spoken at more college campuses alongside Charlie Kirk than me. So I knew that things were weird when I saw first and foremost, the camera guy, the one who takes down the camera. Seeing him lingering alongside Charlie at the event flagged me as weird immediately. Okay? That's why I reached out when people saw him taking down the camera. I said, "What is this? Why are you here?
Was a
Literally,
hit.
why
Yep.
are you standing next to Charlie?" I've never, at any college event ever in 6 years, had that man standing next to me at an event. Okay? Sometimes he wasn't even there. Other times, of course, when you are in AV, your job is to be somewhere quiet.
Okay, so hold on.
Your job
I
is
missed
to
who
have on
he
like
is.
headphones to make sure the
Is
audio
he
is
the
good.
McCoy guy?
The idea that they're miking, the person running a company is miking you up is completely absurd. I didn't like it.
Who was the guy
It
who
felt
got
new to me.
the recorder?
Standing next to me, the event flagged me as weird immediately. Okay? That's why I reached out when people saw him taking down the camera. I said, "What is this? Why are you here? Literally, why are you standing next to Charlie?" I've never, at any college event ever in 6 years, had that man standing next to me at an event. Okay? Sometimes he wasn't even there. Other times, of course, when you are in AV, your job is to be somewhere quiet. Your job is to have on like headphones to make sure the audio is good. Maybe the idea that they're miking, the person running a company is miking you up is completely absurd. I didn't like it. It felt new to me. And you know what? When I called him, things got pretty weird. He acknowledged that a lot of new stuff was happening on that day. And I inquired to him immediately about the subtle changes that I recognized. And the thing that struck me as wrong was that he lied to me. I don't know why he was lying to me, but a lot of the things that he said didn't make sense. And I'm going to speak more thoroughly about what it was that he said, because obviously I recorded the phone call. I, of course, asked him why he took down the cameras so quickly. I asked him to, first and foremost, simply show me the footage, because that's all I wanted to do. I'm thinking again, we're all going to get the band back together and solve this murder.
I mean,
it got weird.
why he on his way to
I
the...
just want to see the footage so
I
I can
got
debunk.
you.
I know
I
that you don't
hit
want
the
to put
like
more footage
button.
out there.
Thank
it's
you.
fine, but just show me the footage so I can debunk all these internet conspiracies that you were hiding something. I was not suspicious of Turning Point at all, actually, when I called. And I asked him, again, what's the reason? What's the reason for taking down the cameras quickly? Why hasn't the footage been released? Let me see it. And he told me that, A, he had spoken only to Erica and the feds, that he had, regarding the footage, that is. He specifically told me that, as I said earlier, that he had secured that footage because he wanted to prevent Erica, as I told you, from having to relive that moment. And that made
She's
entirely no
still
sense to me.
reliving it
I told
now,
you
ain't
guys.
she?
Because we all can watch Charlie Kirk be murdered over and over and over and over and over again. So how are you
Yeah.
sparing any emotions here by taking down the back footage?
You might not realize that you could qualify for disability.
Less sense to me and appeared
Hi,
to me as a
Southern Queen.
lie once I saw the footage on FaceTime when I realized that there was no blood on Charlie. So
Didn't I tell y'all that? It was.
traumatizing footage of all.
So, what did he tell his daddy? He
He then
lied.
told me that he needed to speak with Turning Point lawyers first to see about releasing the footage. I said,
I
"Look,
didn't see no
you
blood
can
of
watch
it.
Charlie Kirk be murdered over and over and over and over and over again. So how are you sparing any emotions here by taking
It's
down
the
back
lies for
footage?"
me.
And then it made even less sense to me and appeared to me as a lie once I saw the footage on FaceTime when I realized that there was no blood on Charlie. So it was the least traumatizing footage of all. Why be so secretive about it? He then told me that he needed to speak with Turning Point lawyers first to see about releasing the footage. I said, okay, fine. I let him take a couple of days off, and then we got back on the phone, and I said, look, that's kind of a BS excuse too, because you run your own company, and the footage is owned by you. He then said, okay, yeah, I do own the footage. I just wanted, just coordinate, check, whatever. Okay. Kind of a lie number 2-ish. Then he said something that really bothered me. He said, I don't know how to send the footage. Like the file was too large. Oh, I was born yesterday. So you run an entire AV company and you don't know how to send footage. That didn't smell right to me. It got even more bizarre. He told me, and this is when I was extremely uncomfortable. He said, after I offered, you can just use WeTransfer. He said, I don't want to just send the footage over the internet that's behind Charlie's head because I'm worried that Google might hack me. I swear, on everything I love, that's what he told me. He was afraid that know how to send footage. That didn't smell right to me. It got even more bizarre. He told me, and this is when I was extremely uncomfortable. He said, after I offered, you can just use WeTransfer. He said, I don't want to just send the footage over the internet that's behind Charlie's head because I'm worried that Google might hack me. I swear, on everything I love, that's what he told me. He was afraid that Google was going to hack him. So at this moment, I got a little bit.
These people are.
I looked at my team and I started snapping across the table, and I was like, I said to them, literally, guilty of something. I don't know. This is weird. What a stupid lie. I mean, what do you mean? Google? So I said to him, I said, let's just pretend that that does happen. For whatever reason, Sergey Brin is sitting around and he's going, I want to hack this person because I want to see footage behind Charlie's head. Does it. Whatever. And then he gives the footage to Fox News, CNN, and they play it. And what happens after that, I said to him. Oh, I know what happens after. We all get to see Charlie Kirk die from a different angle. We've seen it die from 1,000 different angles. Like, what is actually changing if Google hacks you? Weird. A weird thing to say. I also asked him who he was on the phone with after Charlie got shot. And he told me, and I kid you not, he was on the phone with the ops that were back in Arizona watching. And I said, what ops? We don't have people back in Arizona watching when we do college campus events. Is that something?
Ops?
Yes, it is new. In fact, this was the first time we were doing it. He said there were 2 people, 2 ops that are watching it back in Arizona. And he told me that the reason that they were doing it was because, Candace, he said, Charlie, he was so ambitious and it wasn't fast enough that it was all being live streamed. He wanted people to live cut the clips so that they could be the first people to get it on the internet. He didn't want to, he's like, not even a second to be wasted.
Move to Japan.
So live streaming so everybody can watch, but they were racing some people to get the clips out faster than anybody else because Charlie's ambitious. Now, I got a little suspicious, and sensing, he could sense that I was now growing increasingly suspicious with every random thing that he was saying. He sent me a video that I didn't ask for. I wanted to see the footage. He then sends me a video, and I guess this was supposed to work as some sort of an alibi. I don't know if he thought that he shot Charlie. I certainly did not think that he was involved in pulling a trigger and killing Charlie Kirk. I actually don't know why this video, I don't know what this video could have done that he sent me, other than to make me feel even more uncomfortable. Because the video he sent me is quite shocking. It's also the reason that I knew that Tyler Boyer was lying when he tweeted, this guy was commanded by the police to take down the cameras. He's lying because I have every minute of what this guy was doing, thanks to him having sent it to me, okay? Every minute of what he was doing before he took those cameras down. And there are only 4 minutes, by the way, before he takes those cameras down. So he's next to and he is in front of Mikey McCoy when Charlie gets shot. Now.
Okay, hold up. I'm sorry. Tia Firebull, who is moved to Japan? Who was that comment to move to Japan? Because I don't see move to Japan in the feed. So who is that? Tia Fireball. Is there somebody in the chat named Move to Japan? Yeah, I have to pay attention to who's in my chat. So Tia Firebull, are you responding to somebody in this chat? It has moved to Japan. Mike has dissected all of the footage and moved to Japan. If you're in here, I need for you to come out of incognito, or I'm about to shut the whole live down. Let's be real clear. I don't need no one in my chat commenting that I cannot see. Respectfully. Tia Fireball. I didn't ask you who you're mod for. I asked you, are they in my chat? Please, okay, I'm gonna remove you, Tia. I mean, what are you doing? See, it's some crazy. Okay, y'all say bye to Tia. I didn't ask you who you modding for, so why would you do that? You've done that before. Yeah, y'all say bye. Wave bye to Tia. Busted.
To his credit, he actually did see Charlie get shot. He saw like a split. Charlie Kirk die from a different angle. We've seen it die from 1,000 different angles. Like, what is actually changing if Google hacks you? Weird. A weird thing to say. I also asked him who he was on the phone with after Charlie got shot, and he told me, and I kid you not, he was on the phone with the ops that were back in Arizona watching. And I said, what ops?
Let me tell you about my experience with the 5-day juice cleanse. As someone who's always on the go, I was a bit skeptical about
people back in Arizona watching when we do college campus events. Is that something new? He said, yes, it is new. In fact, this was the first time we were doing it. He said there were 2 people, 2 ops that are watching it back in Arizona. And he told me that the reason that they were doing it was because, you know, Candace, he said Charlie he was so ambitious, and it wasn't fast enough that it was all being live streamed. He wanted people to live cut the clips so that
Hey,
they
Vicky.
could be the
Hey,
first
Adam.
people to get it on the internet. He didn't want to, he's like, not even a second to be wasted. So live streaming, everybody can watch, but they were racing some people to get the clips out faster than anybody else because Charlie's ambitious. Now, I got a little suspicious, and he could sense that I was now growing increasingly suspicious with every random thing that he was saying. He sent me a video that I didn't ask for. I wanted to see the footage. He then sends me a video, and I guess this was supposed to work as some sort of an alibi. I don't know if he thought that he shot Charlie. I certainly did not think that he was involved in pulling a trigger and killing Charlie Kirk. I actually don't know why this video, I don't know what this video could have done that he sent me other than to make me feel even more uncomfortable. Because the video he sent me is quite shocking. It's also the reason that I knew that Tyler Boyer was lying when he tweeted that this guy was commanded by the police to take down the cameras. He's lying because I have every minute of what this guy was doing, thanks to him having sent
Hello,
it to
Charlie
me, okay?
Gill.
Every minute of what he was doing before he took those cameras down, and there are only 4 minutes, by the way, before he takes those cameras down. So he's next to, and he is in front of Mikey McCoy when Charlie gets shot. Now, to his credit, he actually did see Charlie get shot. He saw, like, a split second, sees Charlie bleeding and runs, and doesn't run very far. He just runs a couple of yards away. Now, I should mention that the camera guy, he too was also brought into the company by Tyler Boyer, okay? And if you have worked with Charlie for this long, over a decade, and you watch Charlie Kirk get shot, what do? What would you do? I'm asking you this question at home. What would you do?
I would help my friend.
Two things that are pretty commonplace, right? You choose between fight or flight. You run towards him, or you run away, and you run away far.
Thank
because
you,
you don't
Naturally
know what's
Norland.
happening. Is it one shot? Are there multiple people? Are you being pursued? There's no way to process that. If you are going to be in flight, you should be sprinting and maybe calling 911. That's what I would have done if I wanted to run away and not towards Charlie to make sure he's okay. But this second close friend of Charlie chose to run just a few yards away up to a grassy knoll to take out his phone. A couple of seconds later, he takes out his phone and he begins recording himself. It's a selfie video. He takes a video of himself.
A what?
So let's watch that video.
Hold up. Hold up. Lord, did she say a selfie video? His friend. Lord, Lord, Lord. Please get the likes up. Oh my goodness. Let's go. Oh my God.
Just shot Charlie. They just shot Charlie. They just shot Charlie.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Oh my goodness. So he's over there saying this while they are walking him to the car, rushing him.
Grassy knoll to take out his phone. A couple of seconds later, he takes out his phone and he begins recording himself. It's a selfie video. He takes a video of himself. So let's watch that video.
They just shot Charlie. They just shot Charlie. They just shot Charlie. They just shot Charlie.
Wow. Y'all, I gotta back this up. I got to. He's dead?
They just shot Charlie.
Okay.
They just shot Charlie. They just shot Charlie.
Way too calm for this. He not running. He not trying to help. He not none of that. Oh my God, no. He in on it. Who is this guy?
They just shot Charlie.
Is this the book guy? Oh, he an actor. He in on it.
He's dead.
How you know he dead?
God help him.
God help him. How you know he dead? And why is the car still there? Oh my God. Oh my God. He didn't call
That's the
911.
first time it was announced, actually, that Charlie Kirk was dead.
Oh
Kinda
wow.
weird. Go ahead, catch your breath.
He's dead.
He ain't nervous or
God
nothing.
help him.
God help him.
That's the first time it was announced, actually, that Charlie Kirk was dead. Kind of weird. Go ahead, catch your breath.
Oh.
Hit rewind. Watch it again.
Wow.
Watch it over and over again like I did, because you're probably thinking out loud, what the F did
What's
I just
that?
watch?
Yeah,
What's
that's
going on?
wow.
Charlie's closest friends and allies and the people that were going to carry on the torch doing? Oh, picking up phone calls they were already on, and filming themselves and prematurely announcing when not a single person could have known Charlie Kirk is dead.
Right.
Less than a minute.
Right.
Declared dead. No instinct to run towards him. No instinct to run further away, maybe because you got to backtrack and go get the cameras. A minute after this ends is when he goes and gets the cameras, okay? Rather, let me record me and my reaction, which doesn't actually feel to me to be too distraught, okay? In fact, if this is one of those videos that made me so upset that I was like mad at other people, you know? Like I was like mad at Savannah. I saw Mikey McCoy's reaction. Now I'm looking at this guy's reaction. I'm like, Savannah, like one of the homies. I get assassinated. You film yourself. I get assassinated. You're talking about my succession plan. A couple of days later, I get assassinated. You're lying about little things about me. Everything Turning Point is doing is wrong, and you know it's wrong.
No,
You know
they
it's wrong.
involved.
And I want to say
It's
this,
a
because there's been
setup.
a lot of reading in between the lines. It's strange to me. I think I'm a very direct person, and I say what I mean. And I do not want people to mistake what's happening right now or to wrongly assume my intentions here. So allow me to be very explicit, okay? I want war with all of you, okay? All of you. And there's a reason. I'm going to get to that reason in a little bit. But I want war with all of you. So write your articles, issue your statements, email the White House, reach out for comment, okay? Say whatever it is you want to say about me. I want war with all of you. Because I know this isn't right. And there is no way you are going to convince me and the rest of the world that all of this is normal. We're not just gonna
Don't say it naturally, New
jump
Orleans.
into a succession plan. We're gonna figure out what the hell happened on September 10th first. And I'm gonna tell you guys, Charlie had a vision. We'll get to that after a few ads.
Oh wow.
We grew up on a lot of these big brands that we knew, and a lot of this.
A lot of acting.
All right, you guys, taking a quick
'Cause
break.
that
to tell you
is
about
not
Riverbend
his
Ranch.
friend.
You guys know I absolutely love their steaks. They have Black Angus beef,
Oh,
which is
hold
famous
on.
for its great
I don't
flavor.
want to hit no steaks.
Award-winning probiotic to their full line of gut immunity.
I like a good
Candace.
probiotic.
Now it's time to share private messages. You know what's so funny to me is
What you
I
got?
feel
What you
like
thinking naturally,
they
darling?
are now steeped in psychology for toddlers. It's so obvious what's coming down the
We saw the
pipeline.
picture
Which means,
that I
it's not
showed
appropriate to share private messages unless we
of
do it. Unless
the
we do it.
security guy
Unless we're
behind
up on
him
stage talking about private
with
conversations and making
with the
stuff up that
shooter
definitely didn't
allegedly.
happen. I mean, I think it was actually Pastor McCoy's speech. Charlie wanted me to lead the next movement. Charlie told me I'm America's pastor, he said. Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Yeah,
I'm sure he did.
he
I'm
more
sure he
than a
called you America's
silent
pastor.
partner. It
And
was okay
so,
until he
yeah,
said
I will be doing whatever
Freedom
I want to
Epstein
do
files
until
and
the truth is told about what happened on 9/10. We should start with Josh Hammer, by the way,
denouncing
because
pro-Israel.
he really has now become the king of defying no stereotypes. Where we last left off, obviously,
I didn't
he
like
is now
him
infamous for
talking
just
points,
being
baby.
such a deceitful little creature.
Yeah,
The
I
text
didn't like
message
his talking
exchange,
points
Josh
either.
Hammer caught, hand in the cookie jar. I'm
But
talking
I don't like the
way in the cookie
cover up
jar.
either.
The way to
More.
say it, right? Charlie gets killed. He, on the same day, starts pushing his book. Charlie's last words were, buy my book. Buy Josh Hammer's book. The night before, he never even flinched on Israel. He loved Israel so much. And then I just waited, because we're fishing now. And I knew they would do this. I knew liars have to lie fast and first. And he did. He lied. He lied over and over and over again about his position on Israel. And when he got caught, you would think that he would have a shred of decency. You would think he would have a shred of humility. You would think he would apologize for lying about Charlie's position on Israel. But he didn't. He just sort of doubled down. He sort of Israeled down, if you will. And it sort of gave me an idea for a little mini-series, a little recurring mini-series that we'll probably have on this show. An HBO mini-series, by the way, executively produced by me. I want to show it to you guys now. It's a trailer that we put together. I sure hope you guys like it. Take a listen.
How Charlie Kirk was actually feeling about the pressure he was receiving from pro-Israel Zionist donors to Turning Point USA.
Charlie definitely was not someone who liked to be bullied by donors, as we saw in those text messages.
Their Jewish donors to TPUSA played into the worst stereotypes of Jewish people.
Charlie writes, Jewish donors play into all of the stereotypes. I cannot and will not be bullied like this.
A few moments later, I'm talking to lawyers. I think I'm a lawyer by background. I clerked for a federal appeals judge. I know.
Oh my God.
United States constitutional law. I think that we have a
This is supposed to be his friend.
serious case here for defamation, and I'm very much speaking with lawyers, and we'll see what happens.
Well done, Joshy. Well done. Very good, Joshy. Try your best to curb your Zionism. I know it's hard. Do your best. Too funny. Also, I want to shout out John Miller on X. He made me laugh. I mean, I was really laughing when I saw his tweet about Josh Hammer threatening to sue me. He just wrote this, and it said it all. He said, they really trying to make us believe this is the good guy. LMAO.
No, he looked like the little Eddie monster.
I mean, come on. Yeah, I mean, he just looks like a Bond supervillain. That's just what he looks like. And by the way, that's a lot of words to say what I always say. Like, we don't know, but we know. And on Josh Hammer, yeah, we know. You're not the good guy, okay? You have to believe in your gut. I keep telling you guys over and over again, your gut matters more, right? Your subconscious picks up on things before your conscience does. Which brings me to dreams, by the way, because before I went on break, many people were triggered because I discussed on a previous show a dream that I had, a very vivid dream, whereupon Charlie told me that he had been betrayed. And so he's been betrayed. That's it. That's a lot I could say here. If I had known that me discussing my dreams was going to trigger so many people, I would have started every other show like Martin Luther King Jr. I would have been like, I had a dream, I had a dream, I had a dream. And like I said, this one was clear. Charlie told me that he was betrayed. He actually said more than that, actually. But we're fishing, right? So let's be patient. What I want you guys to know about Charlie is he also used to dream very vividly. Because we traveled together so much, he would wake up, we would text, and he would tell me about those vivid dreams. And We talked about a lot of things, as you do when you get to know somebody. We talked about the spiritual realm. We talked about religion, our faith, most importantly, what our life's purpose was. And there was this period in April where Charlie kept insisting to me over and over again that he was going to die young. In fact, he told me that Turning Point USA was going to be the death of him. And I'm going to allow you to read his words. And it's funny how this came about, because when I was in Wyoming, I went outside, I was writing, physically needed to write, to put pen to paper, and to pray, and I was sitting in the sun over.
You said they got people looking over here. Yeah, here's the McCoy boy next to Charlie with his phone in his hand. And then there go that security guy with the glasses on that we saw before she started talking, that was showing the alleged shooter in the veteran shirt that supposedly hopped off the roof how to hold and shoot a gun. This ain't some of the craziest shit ever. So that right there with the cap on the backpack is the friend who left real quick, the McCoy, Mikey McCoy, who instead of calling 911 called his daddy and said, call all the preachers and ministers. They just shot Charlie. His other partner. He on the side of the building, ain't trying to render no aid. A long selfie and announced that Charlie was dead. Now, why the black SUV was still sitting there with him in there, I don't know. I do not know. But I ain't hear not now siren. Okay? I mean, I'm just saying. Okay? These are not friends. These people did not approve of you denouncing the fake Israel, Charlie Kirk.
Looking at the mountains, and right when I concluded my prayer, I opened my eyes and I saw a massive bald eagle, and it just made me feel like dreams were going to trigger so many people. I would have started every other show like Martin Luther King Jr. I would be like, I had a dream, I had a dream, I had a dream. And like I said, this one was clear. Charlie told me that he was betrayed. He actually said more than that, actually. But we're fishing, right? So let's be patient. What I want you guys to know about Charlie is he also used to dream very vividly.
And Charlie knew he was betrayed. He knew he was being betrayed. Look at here, y'all, on this. Let me get it. I'm going to have to take this down. So this is them getting him in the car. Here go his friend Mikey McCoy. He's still on the phone. He don't care what is going on, do he? He don't care what's going on in that SUV where Charlie is at. Either he know Charlie's still alive and this was just a ploy to get him, I don't know. But this is supposed to be his friend Mikey. They've been friends so long. His daddy did his memorial. He ain't nowhere near. He done turned his back on Charlie. Y'all see that? Am I buffing? Are y'all still with me? Oh yeah, give me a 1. I mean, because this right here is mind-blowing. He need to come back and hunt him, baby. He need to whoop his ass in his spirit. A Casper, a Charlie the Friendly Ghost. I hope y'all gone while I'm over here ranting. Are y'all still here? Oh yeah, y'all still here. Oh baby, I need to stop watching it. Mm-mm. Thank you, Naturally Narlins. Oh yeah, no. Mm-mm. He way up there. I'm over here fighting for my life. Mission. You over there you calling Trump, you calling everybody, you calling the whole White House. Mission accomplished. You are that phone call way over there. You got to be talking to BB nothing knew me. I understand why Candace feel the way she feel. I ain't gonna even lie. She act like she is the absolute only person who knew him that cares. And heck, we just had to chew him down. Once we got introduced to him, we just had to chew his lies down and expose the devil. But we have more concern and passion for him than him so-called MAGA friends. He was MAGA for life. He was like Diddy. He bad boy for life. He Magna for life. Until he realized that pro-Israel was fake Israel. Yeah. And Bibi Netanyahu ain't even from where he say he from. Did he know the hell he went to a school in New York and Philly? Born and raised to the playground is where he spent most of his days. I mean, he Will Smithing up in there. What? Private school soccer team. Lacrosse. You know. Yeah, no. Shit, no.
Because we traveled together so much, he would wake up, we would text, and he would tell me about those vivid dreams. And we talked about a lot of things, as you do when you get to know somebody. We talked about the spiritual realm, we talked about religion, our faith, most importantly, what our life's purpose was. And there was this period in April where Charlie kept insisting to me over and over again that he was going to die young. In fact, he told me that Turning Point USA was going to be the death of him. And I'm going to allow you to read his words. And it's funny how this came about, because when I was in Wyoming, I went outside, I was writing, physically needed to write, to put pen to paper, and to pray, and I was sitting in the sun overlooking the mountains. And right when I concluded my prayer, I opened my eyes and I saw a massive bald eagle, and it just made me feel at peace. It's one of those moments when you just are in nature, you see something beautiful,
careful who
and
you
it makes
call
feel at
friend.
peace. And then I felt the need to start going through messages and conversations between me and Charlie, and sure enough, I stumbled upon many messages of him telling me how he would die. And I'm going to show you some of those messages now, a particular set of messages that were written on April 6th, 2018, just a couple of weeks before Kanye tweeted, "I love the way Candace Owens thinks," which is relevant because a lot of things changed after that tweet. And it's relevant because Charlie sensed that something big was about to happen. And I think that is what the something big was. I also want to say, obviously, I am not making up these messages, okay? Turning Point. Actually, Mikey Mccoy has access to all of Charlie Kirk's messages. They can tell you that these ones are real.
2.5 miles. It's not very long.
Yeah, you
Only
right.
slightly
Ain't no
longer than the
loyalty.
National Mall.
Love don't love nobody.
Here's what he wrote. We were again talking about Kanye. Charlie wrote to me, "You're going to be the Iron Lady of America." He had such a political vision for me. I never wanted that sort of a thing. I see it so freaking clearly. I might be Moses, though. I might not see this whole thing through. LMAO. If that is the case, be my David. I said, "Dude, you haven't even realized your power yet. You're so young," is what I was thinking. He said, "If I tell you the true prophecy that I know in my gut, it's really sad, but I hope it's wrong." Went on to say, "Anyway, I am not sure if I will live to see the end of this revolution. I believe you were the piece that God meant me to meet that will finish the fight. Since the beginning of TPUSA, I knew in my gut that I might get wiped out at any time. I can't explain it, but I dream about it all the time, like all the time. Anyway, that's depressing combo for another time, LMAO. I said, that's weird, more of a fear manifestation than an actualization. He said, I'm not really afraid of it, but I'm just telling you what I know to be true. And he told me that. He told me that. I don't know why. Charlie knew he was going to die young. And I don't know. I just felt like I needed to share that because it is in part why the moment that Charlie got shot, I just knew he was betrayed spiritually. In the same way that Charlie knew he was going to die young, I knew that this was a part of something bigger. And so I wanted to say to you guys, to the people that betrayed Charlie, I would recommend that you come clean, okay? I would recommend that you come clean because Charlie said some other things, and I look at these.
She cold-blooded. She cold-blooded, y'all. She talking to his killers, his betray team. Oh my God. She said to the people who betrayed Charlie. Oh my gosh. Go on, Candace, with your bad self, girl. Let's go.
I knew that this was a part of something bigger.
Mm.
And so I wanted to say to you guys, to the people that betrayed Charlie, I would recommend that you come clean, okay? I would recommend that you come clean because Charlie
We
said
all
some
need
other
a
things,
friend
and I
like
look at these things
Candace.
now and I think, wow,
I totally agree.
it's almost prophetic, right? It's almost prophecy, and I can tell you that this is a story that will have a happy ending, a tragedy that will have a happy ending. The world is going to learn the truth about this. They are. I would recommend that you come clean. There are lines in the sand that are being drawn right now between good and evil. Many of you have picked the evil side. Do you podcasters, people that make videos, people that are taking money, tell people don't look over there? I would recommend you stop doing that. You don't have to listen to me. You probably won't listen to me. And the people that betrayed Charlie, you probably won't come clean. Likely because you're scared now. You should be scared, but you're the wrong kind of scared, okay? Fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. There is more. This is not it. I'm aware of that. That's why I've chosen to be on the side of goodness and truth, no matter what the cost is. I've picked my side. I don't care about any of you. I can't wait to read your articles after this, okay? That's breakfast for me. That inspires me now. I can't wait to read your loony tweets. I can't wait for you to live on things that I've said. I cannot wait because you know what? On a hike that Charlie and I were on in Wyoming one time, we were discussing the death penalty. Like, he was asking me, like, what's your position on the death penalty? And I told him, I've always been against it. And typically that's a theological conversation. Christians go back and forth on it. Do you have a right to take a life? I'm on the side that, no, we don't have a right to take a life. But my position on it isn't even entirely theological. I said to Charlie, the reason I'm against it is because death is easy. You're here, and then you're not. It's like falling asleep, right? You're here 1 second, and then you're not. Think about passing out or fainting. People that commit grave evil and we're giving them death, that's it. Yeah. I always say they deserve more than that. And for people that are involved, and many people that are involved in this, not the lone shooter, at different stages, people that are involved that know things, that are watching this, maybe in an office cubicle, and know things. The way you know that if you choose not to come clean, you are about to become very famous. Okay? I am talking like through the ages famous. The kind of fame that most people cannot even comprehend. I cannot comprehend that level of fame. Like, I'm talking about the level of fame that can kill a name. You know what I mean? Like, nobody names their kid Judas anymore. Nobody names their kid Adolph anymore. I'm talking about that level of fame. Infamy. So I'd come clean. I think there's a way out for you if you come clean and you get with God. Anyways, I'd like to say something in finality to the many of you who would like to shut me up, who have been trying very hard to shut me up. No, I think I'm going to go ahead and be Charlie's David. I'm not going to stop talking about Charlie Kirk's death. In fact, instead of trying to make me shut up, you should do something else. I think your time would be better spent trying to stop the sun from rising. You'd have more success if you spent your time trying to stop the sun from rising than trying to get me to shut up about who killed Charlie Kirk. Because he knew he was going to die, and he knew that I was going to be the person that had the spine to stand up for him. What he didn't know, I don't think he knew, is that millions of people around the world who maybe don't have a microphone, okay, who maybe don't have a podcast, who maybe can't write articles for the Daily Mail, are standing by him, are standing on the side of goodness. And we are going to see this thing out. And like I said, there will be justice, not the fake kind, not the Tyler Robinson kind. Actual justice. We'll take a brief break here, and then we'll get to some of your comments. All right, you guys, jumping in to tell you about the wellness company because it is
Oh
officially
yeah, we need a
cold.
friend like Candace.
And for the problem areas,
We should
where you really
all
try to
have
crack
a
the skin,
friend
they
to
have
the end like Candace Owens.
who's not letting this go, going day in and day. You guys didn't even know Charlie Kirk. It shouldn't be you. Well, I'm hearing that Ian Carroll is in the chat. Ian Carroll, thank you. It should not be you and James Lee and Ryan Matta, who I didn't even know before this, who's not letting this go, going day in and day. You guys didn't even know Charlie Kirk. It shouldn't be you. It shouldn't be you guys. It shouldn't be Zeb Boykin doing ballistics. I'm missing the name. We'll get to that later this week of the guy who went over the Google searches. It should not be all of these people, but I'm glad it is. I think the decentralization of it all is actually what makes this so powerful. Letting you guys know, by the way, getting to a couple of things. We did run out of the new Tumblr, but we restocked it. So
Her words are
we
cutting
don't
them
know,
GPS.
but we know we have that.
Because they know
backed
she
up
know.
in stock. We just added that today. And finally, for those of you guys who pre-ordered the book, Make Him a Sandwich is out. Why real?
Okay, what's happening?
Listen up. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you're
What just happened? My man. What just happened?
Women don't need fake feminism. It is so amazing to hold this book. Also, I want to tell you, they said, you're supposed to go out when you do a book and ask people to write something nice about you, like, yeah, this is amazing, and I love her, da-da-da, Ian Carroll or something. And I just thought it would be so much more fun to go on the internet and to look at all the comments that have been said by famous people about me. So we've got Cardi B, who wrote a review. She said, I honestly feel sorry for you. That's just a review of my character over the years. Candace Owens is a fraud from Lance Bass. Ireland Baldwin wrote, the most disgusting, hateful, cancerous human being I've ever come across. And that's amazing considering Alec Baldwin is her father. Roseanne Barr wrote, monster. If I see this BITCH, I'll knock her the F out. Keeping it classy. Eminem wrote, dirtbag in a skirt. I don't even feel like I wear that many skirts, so that's impressive. Jojo Siwa, that's my favorite one. Candace and I do not F with each other. I would have you on my show anytime. I always tell you that. And I love that you look like you're a lot happier than you were a few years ago. Ben Shapiro, notoriously on that table, said her faux sophistication has been ridiculous, so I'm keeping it faux sophisticate. And Chrissy Teigen wrote, go the F away already, you dumb, soulless panderinggle. Thank you, Chrissy. Thank you for all the people that supported this. You guys can go to makehimasandwich.com if you would like to support me. And this is an amazing book. I wrote every word of it. It's the first time that we took it out of a publishing house, which feels amazing because I think that's the future as well. Decentralization, publish your own books. Because the publishers also have a lot of power in changing history.
And you know, it was funny because I was going to come back with her last night about an old one.
Writes, fishing takes time. You got to set the bait. It's so good to have you back, Candace.
Waiting on her to come back.
A lot of bait.
I was going to get prepared.
We'll see what we get.
And it's funny because I have one sitting over here that I was going to review with y'all last night and fell asleep.
Right, this is sick. Thank you, Candace, for always sharing the truth. God bless you. Thank you, Amanda. Kiki Mack writes,
she came with it though, didn't she?
The wool from my eyes and bringing me back to church. Never stop fighting for truth. You are setting an amazing example for girls in the future. We love you, sister. Christ is King. Thank you so much, Kiki. And I do think women are a big part of this. I think we were kind of, and it gets into this in this book, but the feminist movement, to know where that comes from. There's a chapter called Beyond the Pale, the Pale settlement of Russia, who brought over that feminist movement. It is good for you to know where that came from, because I think we all were doing feminism. I was when I was younger, like, I'm a feminist, thinking it was like girl power, Spice Girls, and it was never that, never ever that. Amal writes, I hate to be morbid, but God truly saved you by removing you from DW. I'm so grateful that you're in a most port by God Almighty. I think and almost, I don't know what that says. It was a dark time, but in hindsight, it's clearly what was happening. I think it all started with Kanye tweeting me. I think handlers were sent out to manage, to first and foremost break apart me and Charlie, and then to manage us. And I'll speak more about that this week. But I spoke to my husband about it, and I see it so clearly now what happened, and those messages between me and Charlie leading up to that week that he tweeted us. It was actually Scott Adams who did a video that I'll never forget when that happened, and he said, like ripped a hole through the universe, this tweet, and it was never supposed to happen. I'm gonna dig that up, find it, and speak more about what my experience was, where I do genuinely believe that handlers were sent out, and I got lucky that I had this overwhelming spiritual feeling that I needed to go to the UK, and I met my husband. I think I was actually saved by finding my husband, which was not accounted for. Joshua Steves writes, Tyler Robinson appearing in court today via Zoom, which surely isn't helping any of the theories out there. It's good to have you back. Yeah. Like, I mean, come on. It's like 9 on a boo-boo at this point. But don't worry, I'm sure no one at Turning Point will think that's weird. They're just like, it's open, it's closed, and we're so happy that that one lone shooter who got Charlie is being caught. These people just have no shame. Nobody here has any shame, and that's a problem. Ivana Milano writes, keep up the great work. Stand by your friends, and reminding us that this isn't just a personal struggle, but a spiritual war. Yes,
I believe Candace.
Money and greed are
do
taking
your
over
thing.
people's lives. Thank you for helping us to stay grounded and
solid. Thank you,
money,
Auntie.
as I did.
Your
it
content
is worth losing fake
from
friends
myself
as I did to stand up for the truth. And
thank you.
I'm just ready
okay,
for
so
war with
listen.
these people. Like,
so it's almost 9 o'clock. And because I don't know what she has been. Okay, so the one I had planned on. Hi, Kevin. Hi, everybody. I'm about to shut it down, but I think because I know she's back and she's going to be full steam ahead. Let me try to see. Did I just... Where did that come from? There was one I had pinned. Why do countries get rich, others don't? Where did that come from? I didn't... I may need to come. No, Auntie, please keep going. I need to end this one and come back with the one that I was going to plan to watch last night. I don't want to tell you what it's about, but where did it go? Is this one it? Oh, she had on black that day too. But it's I wanted to hear her take on something that she talked about. And 2 of the people are going right now. So it is 8:48. I am going to set up another live for 9:30. I'm gonna drop this. Look for another Candace live. I just subscribed. Thank you. Oh no! I've been on 1 hour and 38 minutes, LK. I gotta end this. I've been ill and fell asleep. Okay, I'm coming right back. I got it here. I just need to make a thumbnail. And then I'll be right back, y'all. Can I get to 9:30? Go get you a little something to eat, something to drink. Come back over to AunTeaFee. Thank you, Cheryl. And I'll be right back. We need to touch bases on it. I just need to get it set up, okay? All right, 9:30. I'm going to set it up. I'll be back.